You ever feel stuck? Like, sometimes I do. Like I'm caught between the calm and all the chaos. Like it's a balance between that which I have and what I had lost. It's where I find myself stripping off the guilt that's been nothing more but an unmerciful albatross. I lay it at my side, chose to run the race without its weight, hindering my stride. Now I'm finally seeing a light, and it's burning brighter the closer I get, so I keep running until that spark becomes a flame that not only lights my path, but engulfs everything I am, just like I imagined it. And as far as second chances go, you see, I'm thankful for every one, because I don't deserve the grace for all the wrong that I have done. Oh, I was young, dumb, and full of cumbersome emotions that I carried like baggage from childhood to long after I was considered a man. Even after marriage, I thought that if I raised my voice, that my demands would be met. My wife proved me wrong so many times. I was a mess, vexed. Felt like I couldn't trust anyone, but she was the one with whom I left nothing unconfessed. You see, this poem is an ode to the former years, before I ever thought that I'd have an influence on these kids. But with the friends that I've lost, since this began, you'd swear I'm building up bridges just to burn in the end. Hi. How y'all doing? For those who may not know, my name is Johnny Anomaly. I do spoken word poetry. This next piece is a piece that I wrote for my kids about their dreams, about flying. And so many times when I was told when I was younger not to run with scissors in my hands. Well, now that I'm a father, I tell my children the same thing. I tell them to take into consideration the manifestation of that gravitational pull. If you fall, well, it will make an example out of you. So remember this when you're soaring, when life is anything but mundane and boring, your stories will be of childish themes and adolescent schemes. You see, I paved this road with 1,000 memories so you can see exactly what I mean. So give flight to these dreams like cageless birds in the spring, unhindered by the reality that you could be shot down any second, because you better believe that you'd rather risk flying and taking the chance of planting your feet on the clouds than to walk in regret, never to have ever left the ground. Your God-given vision will make an incision in the dark, so let the light shine from your eyes and don't let anyone ever dampen your spark. You've heard it from me. So when doubt creeps in to kill your confidence, believe in yourself enough to know that you can conquer this. The answers to your many questions, they may never be what you'd expect, so the solution to all of your problems, well, they may never be addressed, and that's enough to lose heart. But you gotta swear that you won't, because faith is being sure of what is hoped for and not what is shown. You see, I tried for so long to soar on my own, those shears held tightly by my side, and oftentimes I would be so afraid, but even more so surprised that I hadn't crash landed because of how unsteady a man I really am. But with what I have in my hands, I will scatter the remains like seeds, and one day maybe, when I'll look back, I will see roots that are planted like trees that will remind me, maybe, to never regret taking that leap. I can only hope all of you would do the same. Thank you all so much. So my wife and kids play a huge part in what I do. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for my wife. It was her idea. And it's a credit she really doesn't get too often. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be up here. Like, it was an idea. She was like, I think you should go for it. I was like, okay, you think? Yeah, okay, did it. 5 years later, still doing it. I love it. And it's something I really don't address, my wife and kids, when I'm up here. But this next poem is for her. It's called Parachute. And she's not here tonight. Normally she'd be in the back, sitting there, chill. So I'm just gonna pretend like she's here, and this poem will be my words to her. I remember that day. It was the first time in years that I had seen you face to face, and I had so much to say. But the right words couldn't find their place, So shut was my mouth, and I was so nervous and taken back by your smile, thought, wow, she is so beautiful. And the memories that we've made together are the ones that I'll cherish forever. We are the proof that opposites attract, and I swear that no woman can compare to you, my better half that makes me complete. And without you, God only knows where I would be. But if I can set in reverse, I take back every tear that fell because of something I did to hurt you. The result of my mistakes may have caused our relationship to be frayed. At 6 months in, when I slipped, losing my grip on the wheel, causing the collapse and crash of what we had. But when it was over, you were there, ready to rebuild what was broken. When I said that I do, it was a promise that I would keep until death do us part, as best said with this wedding ring. From love notes to those unbreakable vows, it's the simple promises that have gotten us from that point until now. The way our eyes meet and lips lock is the perfect symmetry. Your hand in mine through the good and bad times is all I need to know that in us you still believe. And no matter how far I've fallen, you are still my parachute. And I've said all that to simply say, baby, I love you. Once again, my name is Johnny Anomaly. If you do like my poetry, I do have a few books for sale. Thank you all so much. And even if you want to talk, whatever, I'm available. Thank you all so much, Moses. Thank you so much, man, for having me. Thank you all.